Number 45, Joel Hastings, 16 touchdowns, over 1,300 yards rushing already this year for the ninth grader.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comcast Game of the Week. We're coming to you tonight from the northern part of the county. Tonight, the Northside Rams play host to the American Christian Academy Patriots. Now, last season, American Christian Academy pulled off the upset with a 20-6 victory over Northside. Tonight, we're expecting a good game here in Samantha, Alabama. I'm Alan Gunther, along with my partner, Jay Dees. And, Jay, welcome to the game. Tell us what we can expect here tonight.
Well, the fun of it all tonight is offense. On one hand, you've got Northside with their multiple offensive formations featuring most notably the run and shoot. They like to put it in the air, and they do it very well. On the American Christian side of the ball, they've got a running back that's already running for 186 yards a game. And get this, Al, he's only a ninth grader. So both teams get the job done offensively, but they do it in very different ways. So it should be a very interesting matchup tonight.
Interesting indeed. It should be a fun time. Folks, stay tuned. The Comcast Game of the Week is coming up next.
Back to pass is Thornhill. He throws over the middle, and it is. Call it the one. First down play. Touchdown. Caddy. Bostic to Williams. To the end zone. Outside. He's headed toward the corner of the end zone. One man to catch him, and he does at the 3.
Comcast Cable presents the High School Football Game of the Week. Complete coverage of local high school sports on TV 20. Stick around for tonight's action. It's coming up next.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Samantha, Alabama. As you can see, the rain is coming down here in the northern part of Tuscaloosa County. Tonight, it's the Comcast Game of the Week. The Northside Rams hosting the American Christian Academy Patriots, along with our engineer-producer, Kevin Jones. And my sidekick, Jay Dees. I'm Al Gunther. Jay, welcome to the game tonight. Should be a good one.
Looking forward to a very, very good game. This is an evenly matched game, and ought to be a lot of fun.
We are underway. Northside kicking off to the Patriots. Ball is bobbled at about the 5-yard line.
And with this rain, good effort there. With this rain, you're gonna see a lot of problems. Northside, when they get the ball, offensively running the run and shoot a lot of the time. The rain could play a factor there. ACA a little more conservative with the running game. Shouldn't have quite the problems that Northside will if this rain continues.
So it's 1st and 10 for American Christian. The ball resting at about the 17-yard line. Rain's coming down here in Samantha tonight.
And that's the man to watch, number 45. Joel Hastings, just a ninth grader, Al, and as we said earlier, over 1,300 yards this year, averaging 186 yards per game. Only a ninth grader, already has 16 touchdowns to his credit.
Jay carried for about 2 yards on that play. It'll bring up a second down and about 8 yards to go for the Patriots. Ooh. On second down, boy, what a stick that was. Wes Ham really got popped back at about the 15-yard line. He'll lose about 5 on the play.
He sure did, and that was Brandon Dunn, defensive end, with the tackle. Little information about American Christian Academy. Stephen Hooks is the head coach. He's an Auburn graduate, went to high school at Central in Tuscaloosa. They were 3-7 last year, 3-4 already this year. They are the Patriots.
The Patriots on 3rd down and about 15 yards to go. And that play is not going to work. He's bottled up in the backfield, and it will bring up 4th down for American Christian.
Always interesting punting situation with the rain coming down. We already saw at the beginning they dried a ball off, threw it to the referee, went right between his hands and hit him in the chest. So it's going to be interesting to see if anything like that happens.
Jesse Sullivan and Luke Hagler are back deep. Now Sullivan runs up to the line. Knuckles that punt out of there. Hagler's going to catch it at about his 48. Drops the football. Picks it back up and is going to return down to about the 43-yard line. So Northside will start out the evening with pretty good field position, Jay. They're going to be in a good shape to get started on their first drive of the night.
That's right. Northside with Steve Devers as the head coach. He has been in coaching for 28 years. This is his first year as a head coach here at Northside. They're a 3A school. They just moved up from the 2A ranks last year. both these teams dress out about 25 players, Al. Northside has about 500 students here between the 7th and 12th grades. They're 2 and 5 so far this year. No huddle offense started up to start it off.
Clay Rice on first down gives to Sullivan. Off tackle, Sullivan carries down to the 35-yard line. Good blocking up front that time for the Rams, about an 8-yard carry.
Yeah, and Coach Devers says he is thrilled to be playing a team in American Christian Academy that is his own size. They've done real well with the teams that match up with them size-wise. They beat West Blockton, beat Brookwood. Their losses have come against big teams, Hillcrest, Gordo, Holt, and County High, which was last week. Those are just huge teams.
To give on second down, looks like he's going to have first down yardage. That was Brandon Dunn on the carry for about 4 or 5.
Interesting story about your quarterback, Clay Rice. He's a senior. He broke his hand earlier in the season. You see he's still got part of it wrapped up. Broke his hand earlier in the season. He's number 1. He kept playing with a cast on his hand and has done a tremendous job. Now he's back to pretty close to full strength. He likes to throw the ball.
And he's looking to do so on first down. Deep downfield, looking for Hagler, and it's going to be incomplete, but there is a flag. Looks like it's going to be pass interference down close to the goal line.
And you will call the name Luke Hagler all night long. That is the favorite target of Clay Rice. Last week, Northside, a 49-7 loser at Tuscaloosa County High. Coach Devers said he dressed out 25 people, looked across the way at County High, and said County High had 96 people dressed out for the game. So nice to play some smaller teams.
After the pass interference, Northside has a first down at the ACA 17-yard line. Clay Rice under center for the Rams.
Broken play.
Busted play. Rice is going to run with it and be dragged down at about the 17. May have even lost a yard on the play. Looked like that play never materialized, Jay, from the very outset.
Yeah, complete miscommunication right off the bat. Some of the differences that you will note from these teams, as opposed to we've been showing mostly Central this year, big, huge 6A powerhouse Central, number 7 in the country, number 1 in the state. There's some differences between these teams and a team the size of Central. We'll get to that in a minute.
This time they give straight up the middle. Nobody fooled on that ACA defense. May have carried for about a yard.
Both these teams have several, as many as 9 players that will play both ways, both offensively and defensively.
That's exactly right, Jay. A lot of faces that you'll see on both sides of the ball, so it'll make it easy on us to keep up with the numbers.
Coach Hooks of ACA says what you'll see tonight may look like it's a little bit in slow motion as compared to Central. He said that overall the players you'll see tonight are not as big, fast, or strong overall as Central's, but the football you'll see tonight is just as intense. These guys will get after it. Both teams want to win very, very badly.
That time Rice was looking for Sullivan out in the flat, falls incomplete, and it will bring up a fourth down situation for Northside. 4th and 9, the ball at the ACA 16-yard line. Early on here, Jay, 7 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the first quarter. We are scoreless, but the Northside Rams are on the march, and it looks like they are going to go for it on 4th down.
And look for Luke Hagler, number 22.
Rice looking for Hagler, shooting for the end zone. The ball is caught, but he's out of bounds. Looks like he had a foot out of bounds there on the catch. That will turn the ball over to ACA. Good-looking throw and catch, but not in the boundary, so it's not going to count. But there he was again, going for that man, Luke Hagler. He is definitely the spark plug on this Northside offense.
And Coach Stephen Hooks of ACA, he says that when you look at his team, you will see a young team, but that they have made tremendous strides over last year. They won 3 games all of last year. They've already won 3 this year. And there's a big difference, he says, in his players, both in attitude and in physical strength from last year to this year.
On first down, quarterback Wes Ham gives to his fullback, who carries for a couple straight up the middle.
I'll give you an example, Al. Last year, ACA had 3 guys that could bench press over 200 pounds. This year they've got 6 that can bench press over 300 pounds. So that immediately tells you what Coach Hooks is trying to do here at American Christian.
Second down and 10 for the Patriots. Ball resting at the 15-yard line. Atchison comes in motion out of the backfield. Not much there. Boy, Northside is doing a good job of containing those running plays and not allowing American Christian to get anything positive.
Strong defense from this Northside bunch. Northside bunch led by number 50, Brian Smith.
So a third down play now, Jay, for the Patriots with just over 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Ham fakes, now rolling, in trouble, looking out in the flat, and he's got his man open, but the play will actually lose yardage. Park Wilson with the catch, and he'll be pulled down at the 13-yard line.
That's DJ Taylor, another one of those two-way players we talk about making the tackle. Very sure-handed tackle. Out in the flat like that, it's usually one-on-one. You got to make that play, and he certainly did. DJ Taylor.
After losing yardage, brings up fourth down for ACA. Hank Atchison in to punt. His second punt of the night. Little pressure, but he gets it out of there. And it's going to hit and bounce at about the 40-yard line and then roll dead right there, folks, at the 46-yard line. So once again, Northside will take over in ACA territory. Remember, folks, on their last drive, they started at about the 43. I do see a flag, however, down, Jay, deep down there towards the end zone. We'll wait and see what the call is or if it's an inadvertent flag. It is coming down here at Northside High School tonight. A steady rain coming down on the field here right now.
The amazing thing was it was looking like it might rain, but it was dry. We got a holding against American Christian. And even with that exceptional field position that Northside had, they're going to get even better field position.
So another chance to return it. Hagler deep, now standing at about his own 40-yard line, awaiting the punt from Hank Atchison.
Low snap.
Gets it out of there, and this time a pretty good punt. Hagler fumbles it around again, picks it up at the 43, and let's see what he can do. Streaking down the sideline, and popped good by the punter. Atchison popped him at about the 30-yard line, and that's where Northside will take over. What a lick.
Nice lick there. Both coaches told me the same thing. They said, you're used to watching Central, but the one thing that you will be impressed with is the intensity level.
No question about
These
that.
schools play it.
These two teams are both giving it all they've got tonight. We're at the 5:11 mark. Quarter number 1. We're coming to you from Samantha, Alabama. Northside High School in particular. We're scoreless early on. Northside taking over now in excellent field position. Let's see if they can stick it in the end zone. Rice gives to his tailback. Straight up the gut goes Brandon Dunn, but a good-looking run all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, Northside does have some sizable guys up there on that offensive line.
They are blowing it off the ball right now. I'll tell you what, they're getting a good surge up front. Quarterback play, Rice under center from the 15-yard line. Gives to Dunn again. He's got a hole, and he follows his block inside the 10 down to about the 5.
Straight up the middle. Power football.
Power football. That's exactly what the Rams want to do tonight. They're doing a fine job. Brandon Dunn has already piled up 25 yards on 4 carries this evening, wearing number 20 for the Northside Rams. Pretty good crowd out here tonight, considering the elements.
For
a lot
both,
of umbrellas.
For both sides.
That's exactly right. First and goal now at the 5 for Northside. Rice this time gives to Dunn again.
Stacked up.
Boy, nothing doing that time. He was really stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Brad Kennedy in on the tackle that time for ACA. Big number 67 with a good lick right there at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 5. 2nd and goal from the 5. Rice rolling to his left. Looking for a block. Not going to find one. In fact, he'll lose about 3 yards. Northside is strung out that time by the ACA defense.
I tell you, ACA gives up huge chunks of yardage, and then they kind of seem like they employ the old bend but don't break. Once it gets down to the 15, 20-yard line in, they really toughen up.
They really toughen up down there. Jay, looks like we've got a timeout on the field. We might as well take one as well. We're at the 3:36 mark of the first quarter and scoreless. Stay with us, folks. This is the Comcast Game of the Week.
It's cool having the athletes hang out here at Sports Center. Even the old-timers show up, which can be interesting.
In the old days, we had respect for some. Yeah, Bobby Hall hit me one time right here. You're not listening. They have the advantage because they can put you in a corner here like this. The follow-through's like this. When the puck dropped, I hit him here. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? It was a respectful game when we played it. See, Mommy. Mommy. Okay.
36 to go, first quarter. Northside on the march. Folks, let me mention a couple names that have been super nice to us here tonight out of the ballpark. Francis Wright and Danette Honeycutt supplied us with some good eats out here at the ballpark tonight. We have eaten to our heart's content. Great food out here in Samantha, and we appreciate these two ladies providing us with food and
Bringing it to us and everything.
well, at halftime, I'm going to go finish that plate off, Jay, so look out. On 3rd down, Rice
Got a man.
rolling. Looking for Hagler, and it will fall incomplete. That's a good-looking little play, the rollout pass, but pretty good coverage that time by the Patriots.
Sure did. I think Rice held onto the ball a little too long that time. He was open there, and as Rice strung it out a little more and a little more, ACA made the adjustments and got where they needed to be.
So it's 4th down again for Northside. This time a little closer. They're at the 8-yard line, and I will suspect they'll go for it as they did on their first possession. Remember, just moments ago, an incomplete pass, or rather a completed pass in the end zone, but they said Hagler was out of bounds. So Rice will try it again.
Big play here.
Big play on 4th and goal.
Looks like a blitz coming.
There goes Hagler in motion.
He's coming.
Rice rolling. They pick it up. He's got time and throws, and it's caught. Touchdown, Northside. Big number 7, Jesse Sullivan on the catch.
Nice pass.
Boy, that was excellent execution. You saw the blitz, Jay, and the Northside offensive line picked it up, gave Rice enough time to throw, and he completes the pass over the middle. Give him 6.
He threw it right where that blitzing man came from. That area was left a little open.
So Rice will stay in there to try the point-after touchdown out of the hold of number 22, Luke Hagler. 3:22 to go in the first quarter, and the Rams have struck first. Hagler bobbles it. Now pitches to Rice. He's going to look for a throw downfield. It's picked off. Intercepted. The play, of course, will be ruled dead, and American Christian snuffed that out nicely.
And that was not a planned attempt at a two-point conversion, a fake field goal, fake extra point, excuse me. The snap just came through and got away from the holder.
So at the 3:22 mark of quarter number 1, Northside jumps on top 6-0 after the touchdown pass from quarterback Clay Rice to big number 7, Jesse Sullivan.
And the thing that American Christian has to do is do something about this field position that they've gotten off to a terrible start.
Been bottled up all night, Jay, on their possessions. They've been starting out way back deep and then have had to punt it out of their own end zone a couple of times. Let's see if they can get the ball moving now on this next drive.
We'll see if North there look for a moment like you might not be kicking with the tee, but there it comes.
Clay Rice also handles the kickoff duties.
Multi-talented.
Yes, he is. Pretty good kick.
High kick. Joel Hastings with the ball.
Hastings returns up to the 27-yard line, and that's where ACA will take over. Let's see if they can get that run and shoot going. They've been pretty conservative with it to this point, handing the ball up the middle, but for the most part, it hadn't worked too well.
Yeah, Northside that runs the
That's right. I'm totally confused, as usual.
No, ACA with the straight-ahead running game, but you're right about it. They have not been able to get it going.
Been bottled up. They've tried to run straight up the middle on most of their plays. They'll They'll try it again, and this time with some success. Right up the gut goes Hastings to about the 38-yard line, and he is going to be close to first down yardage, and that's the way you do it. But good blocking up front.
This Patriot team, for some information on them, they are a 1A private school. They do compete in the Alabama High School League play. They have a huge showdown next week with the Akron Rams that will determine the Area 8 champion.
Whoops. On first down, lots of movement up there. Northside definitely offsides, but let's see if he was drawn offsides before the play.
I don't think so. I think it's on Northside. And
Good,
it is.
Yeah, good job by quarterback Wes Ham with the snap count there to get the defense to jump off sides, and that's a nice, easy way to pick up 5 yards.
And you see the field position much better for the Patriots. They can do so much more when they got a little bit of room to work with.
Much more freedom now to open it up a little bit. The ball at the 43-yard line. Ham pitches to Hastings. Got a blocker on that left side, and is going to carry up near midfield. All right, here come the Patriots now, getting some positive yardage and moving the football.
Well, they beat some good teams this year. They beat Carrollton. They crushed T.W. Martin last week, 51-19, in what Coach Hooks called a coming together of the team. They really put it all together in that game last week. So they're coming off a high.
Yeah, you can build a lot of confidence with a victory like that. And it's showing out here tonight as they're starting to get the ball moving. Second down and 5. The ball at the 49-yard line. Ham gives straight up the middle.
Well, you can hear the hits.
Boy, they are smacking hard out there tonight. You could hear the lick from the field.
And the rain seems to have let up enough. It's still a pretty good drizzle, but at least it's not a driving thunderstorm that it was 15, 20 minutes ago. Dry as a bone. Looked like it was going to rain, but no actual rain all the way up until about a minute before the game, and then it poured.
Funny how those things work out. Now on third down. Hastings will carry, and he's not going to have the first. In fact, he will lose yardage.
He waited too long to see if anything would develop. Tried to string it out.
That play seemed very slow to develop, and several Northside players in the backfield before he had a chance to cut it upfield. So from the 47-yard line now, 3rd and 11 as we approach the 1-minute mark of the first quarter. Quarterback Wes Ham.
Fumble.
Ball is loose, and it looks like Northside's got it.
Never quite made the handoff.
Clint Bird, number 60, with a heads-up play to jump on it, and Northside takes over.
Never quite got the handoff. The defensive man came through and supplied the lick just as the quarterback was handing the ball off to Hastings. And Hastings went one way, the quarterback went the other, and the ball stayed right where it was.
So, Jay, with 1 minute and 8 seconds to go in the first quarter, it's 6-0 Northside, and once again, they will start a drive with excellent field position and in ACA territory at about the 46-yard line.
Look for him to hit a big play right off the bat here.
Hagler goes in motion. Bryce rolling, stopping, looking downfield.
Could be another interference.
Boy, it looked like the official was reaching for his flag, but didn't come out with it. Number 46, Wayne Poe, was the intended receiver. It falls incomplete.
Oftentimes when a big play is made like that fumble recovery, you can come right back with your offensive unit on the field where you've got the other team a little bit down and hit the big play, and they tried it there. No such luck.
Out of this offense, Northside not afraid to throw it downfield. They will run a variety of plays here tonight. 2nd down and 10 now for the Rams. ACA showing blitz. Now they drop out of it. Bryce under center. He's looking to throw again. Pumps, in trouble, and will be pulled down.
Nice defensive play. Sheer strength there.
Yeah, that was big number 75, Luke McLaughlin, with the tackle. Boy, he got a handful of quarterback and refused to let go.
He sure did.
A lot of times, yeah, you'll see a quarterback speed allow him to get out of a play like that. But big man said, nope, you're coming down with me. It will be a loss on the play. And so now, as we approach the 30-second mark, the clock is running here in the first quarter. Northside will definitely have to throw it 3rd and about, call it 17 for the Rams.
The Patriots looking blitz. No, they both back up into coverage.
Price in trouble again. Big trouble. Going to get the pass off. Hagler's got it up near the original line of scrimmage where he's pulled down. That's a good-looking throw and catch. Not going to be enough for a first, but a good-looking play nevertheless for the Rams.
Well, Hagler had to come back for that ball to make the catch. Real heads-up play. Seemed like they're giving him an awful lot of forward progress there.
It's been an entertaining first quarter, to say the least, folks. We're through one. The Northside Rams leading American Christian 6-0. Stay with us, folks. You're watching the Comcast Game of the Week.
You know, we've drafted kids right out of high school. We had this one kid, raves up and down, can't miss. Emotionally, though, he just wasn't prepared.
Jimmy Key is attempting to come back.
Jimmy Key, what's he like, 45? I could hit him.
I mean, it's a different game in here.
Jack, you watch the game? I mean, didn't it suck? It sucked.
It is with much regret that I announced that I am leaving SportsCenter.
Bottom line, he just came out too soon.
There you see it, folks. We started out the game with a shot of the rains coming down, and it pretty much looks the same right now as we start the second quarter. A steady rain here in Samantha. Fourth down now for the Rams. They're going to punt it.
Good kick.
It bounced up off the ACA player Northside. Heads up, trying to jump on it. Let's see who's got it. Looks like ACA will recover. Boy, that's something that can scare a special teams coach to death when he's got a guy running downfield backwards like that. And the ball, a short kick, bounces up and hits him.
That's right, Alan. With teams this size, got a 3A team and a 1A team. There are not a lot of assistant coaches. All these coaches wear so many different hats.
That's exactly right. So the ball is at about the 25-yard line, and that's where American Christian will take over. One of their better starting field positions of the night. They'll give to Hastings on first down. He'll carry for about 5 yards right up the middle.
As I said earlier, this Patriot team is very young. They have about 4 seniors out, most of which did not even play last year. So they are learning as they go. But like I said, they've already won 3 this year. That's as many as they won all of last year, making tremendous progress under Coach Hooks.
They are doing a fine job. Second down now and 5. Quarterback Ham pitching to Hastings, looking for a block around that left side. Not much there, but he still will roll up about 3 yards.
Nice job by Hastings keeping his concentration. That pitch was low, and he went down and got it. Got back up in a situation where he could make some positive yardage out of it. Very mature player to be just a 9th grader with all that he's accomplished this year. Coach Hooks says he is a yes sir, no sir type of player. He has never said that he wants the ball more or carried an attitude about what he's done, even though he has scored 16 touchdowns and has 1,300 yards this year. Said he's a dream to work with.
Third and short now. Call it 3rd and 2. Ham keeping, looking to pitch, but not going to do it. He will be pulled down for a loss. Boy, I tell you what, that was another good tackle by number 9, D.J. Taylor. His second tackle on the last 2 plays. And we're going to have a 4th down now for ACA. They will have to punt it again.
The Rams come up with a big defensive play there. And I tell you, this Northside defense has been impressive. Good punt. This is a returnable one.
Atchison booms that one. Hagler from his 31. And they wrap him up. Good punt, good coverage, and the Rams will take over at about their own 39-yard line. They bottled him up nicely that time, Jay.
Sure did. And you've got to contain.
We're just zipping right along here, folks. 9:53 to go, second quarter. The Northside Rams leading American Christian Academy by the score of 6-0. Glad you could join us on the Comcast Game of the Week from beautiful Samantha, Alabama, out here in northern Tuscaloosa County. Always a pleasure to come out here. Our first game of the season out in Samantha, and we have had an incredible time to this point.
I'll tell you what, Coach Devers and his staff have been extremely helpful. Couldn't ask for anything more.
First and 10 now for the Rams. Price looks like a busted play. He's going to keep it. and turn it into something. Rice still running at the 50 and into Patriot territory down to the 46-yard line. Boy, he made that happen on his own, J.D.
Sure did. Had me a little worried the way he was carrying the ball there. Kind of loose, but he got the job done on the broken play. Best thing to do with a broken play is turn it up and get what you can out of it. He turned it up and saw he had a lot of daylight.
We'll give him 14 yards on the carry for Rice. First and 10 now from the Patriot 46. Quarterback Clay Rice wearing number 1 on his jersey. He will give to his fullback straight up the middle. DJ Bird deep down into Patriot territory at the 33-yard line. Nearly broke that one for 6.
DJ Taylor, number 9.
14 yards for Taylor as he carries down to about the 34-yard line.
Well, he's a handful.
He most certainly is. Hagler now lined up wide to the right. Brandon down in the backfield. Fullback is Taylor. Here comes Rice on first down and 10. Looking to throw again under heavy pressure. And he will be brought down. That will nullify that last running play. He's going to lose about 14 yards on the sack.
Nice play there.
So the ball back at the 47-yard line for Northside. They will have a second down and about 25.
It didn't look early in the game like American Christian could get that defensive penetration, but now it looks like they are. It looks like they're finding ways through their faking the blitz and also blitzing when they can. They're getting through.
They're getting good pressure.
Happen.
Rice now trying to get it all back. Looking deep downfield for Hagler. Double covered, and he still nearly caught it, but good coverage down there to knock the ball loose at about the 28. It falls incomplete.
Tough to throw a football tonight. What they do is they exchange footballs. They have about 3 that they move in and out, and as soon as a football is used, they throw it off the field, wipe it off as best they can with a towel, and put it back into play. Still doesn't do a lot of good. A wet ball is a wet ball, no matter how much you try to dry it off. And with the rain coming down,
the field holding up nicely, though, Jay. It has a nice little like a dome or arch to it, and looks like it's going to drain pretty well. Of course, it's only been raining here for about, steadily anyway, for about an hour, but it seems to be in good shape.
Tough to throw the ball in these conditions, but they are. Look at the setup now. Got the run and shoot setup.
No doubt they're throwing on 3rd and 24. Rice looking downfield, and looks like it was intercepted. No, they're going to say it was incomplete. He juggled it and couldn't hold on.
That was Donnie Rush. Donnie Rush, the free safety, getting over and doing his job.
Nice play back there. So on 4th down, Northside will have to punt it away.
The thing that both coaches told me in talking to them earlier this week was both coaches were very, very happy with the group of players that they have. Both coaches say they have good groups of kids that they can work with, and the kids are willing to learn.
Brian McGraw to punt.
Oh, barely got it away.
Jonathan Smalley, the deep man. He will let it roll, however, and it's going to take a ram bounce all the way down to about the 10-yard line, and Northside downs it there. So I'll tell you what, Jay, once again, the Patriots backed up deep in their own territory where they will have to start out. Trailing 6-0 to Northside, 7:51 to go here in the second quarter. On the Comcast Game of the Week, Alan Gunther along with JD's and our engineer-producer Kevin Jones and our statistician Chuck Sullivan out here with us this evening. We're having a good old time in Samantha, Alabama, and we're glad you could join us. Well, Jay, looks like there was a little dirty laundry again on that punt. And looks like they're going to bring it back and do it all over again. Offside, or illegal motion, rather, was the call on Northside, so that'll back it up 5 more yards.
Definitely should make them punt the ball again, with particularly given the bounce that the ball took.
So an opportunity now.
You know it's a good bounce when it goes
ACA.
20 yards in the wet grass.
This time McGraw gets it out of there again. Smalley fumbles it, and it looks like Northside's going to jump on it. Went right through his wickets, Jay, and it pops loose, and the Rams are going to have it, and they're going to have it at a good spot, the ACA 28-yard line. Well, with the field conditions and the rain coming down, not a big surprise that something like that happened.
That's true. I tell you, an ACA, as well as they're playing defensively, particularly in these last few series, you cannot expect your defense to stay on the field this long, particularly with these two-way players, and not give up something. Again, look for Northside to try to hit quick, something in the next couple of plays.
So the Rams will have a shot to stick it in the end zone here from the 28. Rice under center. Gives to Dunn, and Dunn is pulled down at the 30-yard line. Boy, nobody fooled that time on the ACA defense. 2-yard loss. 7:25 to go second quarter. Second down now and 12 for Northside.
On that ACA defense, you've got to look to number 72, Garrett Keith. He's a 10th grader. He's already benching over 350 pounds out. And he is the glue. There he is, 72.
He's been getting pressure
of that defensive line.
Second and 12. Rice rolling. Nothing doing. Another loss on the play, a 5-yard loss for Rice. That pulls it back all the way to the 35-yard line.
The Patriots have done an excellent job defensively. They have come up with something that works defensively.
They are getting an awful lot of pressure on the quarterback.
They sure are.
No doubt about that. So the ball at the 35-yard line. Northside going in the wrong direction on this drive. Third and long. Let's see what they do. Rice under center. There goes Hagler in motion. Rice rolling under all kinds of pressure again.
He had a man. He still got him.
Looking for Hagler, and nearly intercepted down at the 28-yard line. But the ACA defense has risen again and made the stop.
Rice is an excellent thrower. Sometimes he gets a little bit of a tunnel vision in looking for Hagler.
But he's not having much time to look for anybody, Jay. Every time he drops back, he's already rolling out on most of his pass plays, and he is running for his life. Fourth down and long.
Well, I'll tell you, if ever a team was going to try a fake punt, if they have a good one in their repertoire, this would be the place to do it.
Let's see what they do. Quarterback, bobbled snap. McGraw can't pick it up. The Patriots recover at the 42-yard line.
Big number 75.
Luke McLaughlin again on the recovery. And ACA has dodged a bullet here, Jay. Northside had the ball deep in their territory.
Not only that, again, you'll see this field come into play, it being so wet. Rain seems to have let up here momentarily. But ACA with a big break in the field position game.
They'll start at their own 42 with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Ham to Hastings. Got a block around that right side and carries for 5 yards. They're having some success, Jay, on those running plays. We will continue to watch them. They could break one for the score. With a good 5-yard gain there.
You can tell that ACA's head coach, Stephen Hooks, is an open-minded person. He's an Auburn graduate. He's got 2 assistants that played at Alabama.
Hastings carrying on second down, has a wall of blockers, has the first down and more. Gets popped out of bounds and winds up under a table over on that sideline, but he's all right. Hastings just keeps on rolling. 7 more for him right there. And does a pretty good job to dodge the folding table over there on the sideline.
That's right. Getting something working here offensively. Steve Ford calling those plays along with Arthur Andrews. Steve Ford, a local attorney in Tuscaloosa, is the offensive coordinator for the Patriots.
On first and 10, Ham wants to throw this time. Under heavy pressure, running for his life, and he will lose yardage back at his own 43-yard line. Never had a chance on that play, Jay.
No, he looked up, and as soon as he did, he just saw a wave of blue.
Unfortunate for the Patriots as they get something going. About an 8-yard loss there, and it's going to be 2nd Second down and long now for American Christian. Rain starting to let up a bit here. 4:55 and counting to go second quarter. Still got a pretty good drip coming off the press box, but the rain itself seems to have lightened up a bit.
ACA in the white jerseys on offense, and you've got the Northside Rams at home here in Samantha in the blue on defense.
Second and 20.
Oh,
My
one man
goodness.
took them both down. Is that DJ again? That's DJ Taylor. He's
Boy.
having a heck of a game.
Excellent job.
He wasn't sure if the quarterback was keeping it or if he was handing it off, so old DJ said, I'll grab both of them.
Just tackle them both, and that way I'll make sure I get the guy with the ball. Another loss on the play of about 2 yards, so as we approach the 4-minute mark of the second quarter, it is now 3rd and 22 for the Patriots.
Looking to throw.
Looking downfield. It's going to fall incomplete. Jonathan Smalley was in there at quarterback on that play, and he throws incomplete. He was looking for Park Wilson, big number 81. It goes in and out of his hands, so it's 4th down for the Patriots, and they'll have to punt it again.
We've had some interesting situations on our punt so far. Luke Hagler back.
Atchison.
Oh, just did get it away. Hagler can return this one if he gets a bounce to him.
On one hop, he pulls it in.
He's got some room.
On our near side here, but he's going to be wrapped up. And, yep.
Like the Patriot player had a fistful of face masks.
Sure did. Couldn't resist the temptation to grab that face mask, and referee was about 3 feet away, makes the call, and so that is going to help out Northside on that punt return. Penalty thrown at about the 22-yard line. So after the penalty, you see the official there carrying the football. Northside will take over at the 36-yard line. Plenty of time now. 3:39 left to go in this first half. The Rams leading it 6-0. Let's see if they can get on the scoreboard again before the intermission.
Well, we touted the offenses coming in. It's looking like the defenses have made the big plays so far. Northside looking to get something going here before half.
ACA showing blitz again. Bryce this time gives to Dunn straight ahead. Dunn across midfield and into Patriot territory. Still going. The ball pops out of there. Loose rock. Who's got it?
ACA's got it.
The Patriots take over at about the 40-yard line. That was an interesting play.
Johnny Willingham, the cornerback, number 41, made the recovery. Running back had room, was making his moves, going upfield, all kinds of yardage, and the ball just slipped right out. And again, the weather will play a factor tonight.
Brandon Dunn actually had about 20 yards on that carry before fumbling the football. So new life for the Patriots. Smalley still in there at quarterback, number 21, under center.
Trying to hard count that defense into jumping off sides. Doesn't work.
Hastings carrying and taking a couple with him up across the 45 to the 46. Good running by Hastings. Clock running, 3:15 to go, second quarter, 6-0 Rams, but the Patriots now with new life after that fumble recovery. They'll try to get something going here in the waning moments of this second quarter. Smalley brings him up from the 47. Oh, man, I tell you what, the Rams got an incredible line surge there. He was hit, the quarterback was, as he turned to give on that play. I mean, we're talking a huge line surge that time from the Northside Rams.
Looked like they had 11 coming.
So we've got a 3rd down and 7 for the Patriots at the 43-yard line.
If they've got any tricks up their sleeve, they probably need to be pulling them out sometime soon.
Let's see what they do. Smalley pitches to Hastings, looking for blockers and a hole. Has both.
Got it.
Hastings into Ram territory down to the 42-yard line. This kid can run. I tell you what, he is a good-looking tailback. Now up over the 50-yard mark for the night.
And just a ninth grader. They say Joel Hastings takes about a quarter to warm up. And once he does, he doesn't look back.
He is getting it going. 2 minutes and 6 seconds remain in the second quarter. Northside, with the only points of the night, leads it 6-0. But American Christian now moving the football. Hastings this time wrapped up pretty good. Jeff Williamson, one of the guys in on the tackle that time for Northside. No gain on the play for Hastings. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. At the Northside 42-yard line. Clock is running. 1 minute, 25 seconds to go.
A little confusion in the backfield for ACA.
Smalley talking it over with his running back. Now back to the line. Pitches to Hastings. He's looking to throw.
The trick play.
Downfield. Well, I think we'll see a flag, and we will. Pass interference, no question, will be the call. He was looking for Donnie Rush, big number 14, and he was mugged by that Ram defensive back.
Hagler came up to make the defensive play and was about a good second too early. It's going to be a 1st down.
So the Patriots now have a shot to get points. 1 minute 12 to go in this second quarter. The Northside coach is now down there furiously trying to get a timeout, and it looks like they will. American Christian hadn't seen the call yet. Now they see it, and they'll make their way to their bench. We'll take another break. This game just whistling right along, and it's been a dandy to this point, Jay. 6-0 your score. Northside leading, but the Patriots are on the march. Stay with us, folks. You're watching the Comcast Game of the Week.
You own your own business, right? 2 words, more customers. Does that mean anything to you? Like more money, bigger profits, a successful business, and even more money. Interested? Good. Comcast Advertising can do it. Using 9 popular cable networks, we can target your potential customers. With your message, that costs much less than you think. Get sold on cable. It just makes sense.
Dandy of a ball game to this point. Northside leading 6-0, Jay. But the Patriots are on the move now after that pass interference penalty. The ball resting at the 26-yard line.
Patriots finally with some real movement on that offense. Offensive line doing a good job at this point.
Smalley pitching to Atchison. He wants to throw this time, and it's not going to happen. He was really smacked good. He wanted Fark Wilson. That was probably the closest receiver. But even he was a good 15 to 20 yards away from that wounded duck. But he was hit pretty good on the play to cause the errant pass. So it's 2nd down and 10. The clock, of course, stops with the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 26. American Christian trying to stick it in the end zone here against Northside.
Little offensive creativity from ACA there.
Smalley this time
takes the reverse.
Now he's running for his life. Smalley is going to keep it. Streaking down the sideline. Let's see where he stepped out of bounds. Boy, it didn't look like he had any room to run around that corner and wound up getting a few yards out of it. Looks like they're going to mark the ball about the 22-yard line, so he'll pick up about 4 on the play. Third down now, in a crucial 3rd down situation. He did get out of bounds on the play, so the clock did stop. 53 seconds remain. Let's see what they do on 3rd down from the Ram 21.
Got to look for Hastings some kind of way.
Smalley pitches to his tailback who fumbles the ball, then picks it up on the 3rd hop and carries down close to the 10-yard line. Boy, that what could have been a disaster turns out to be a pretty good play. Wes Ham
bounced right back up to him.
Got it on about the 3rd bounce and is going to carry for 1st down yardage. Northside's going to burn another timeout here. The clock at 46 seconds. Why don't we take another break as well? Jay, we are winding down here in the second quarter. The Patriots on the move. Stay with us. This is the Comcast Game of the Week.
You know, we've drafted kids right out of high school. We had this one kid, raves up and down, can't miss. Emotionally, though, he just wasn't prepared.
Jimmy Key is attempting to
Jimmy
come back.
Key, what's he like, 45? I could hit him.
I mean, it's a different game in here.
Jack, you watch the game? I mean, didn't it suck? It sucked.
It is with much regret that I announced that I am leaving SportsCenter.
Bottom line, he just came out too soon.
Welcome back, everybody. We're having a good old time in Samantha, Alabama. 6-0 your score. The Rams lead it. American Christian now on first down with 40 seconds to go in the quarter, trying to get something going. Smalley's going to keep, and he's going to streak for the end zone. Is he in? Flags fly as he's pulled down.
Flag's got to be a face mask.
They're signaling touchdown, JDs.
Yeah.
They are signaling touchdown as flags fly.
He kept looking for his receivers, didn't see anybody, tucked it up, made some nice moves, got in, and just as he crossed the goal line, boy, he got that face mask almost ripped off his helmet.
A 15-yard touchdown run for the big quarterback.
Nice run.
Number 21, Smalley, takes it in, and just like that, folks, we are tied at 6. Now, Jay, they're coming back this way. Hold on. There is a clipping call against American Christian also on that play to go with the face mask against Northside. Looks like it's going to nullify both penalties, but more importantly, nullifies the touchdown for American Christian. I tell you what, that is a huge call.
It sure was.
You hate to take points off the board, but my goodness, that's what happened there. The clock now running, 30 seconds remaining in the half. It's precious moments ticking away, and American Christian, a little confusion there, and they will call timeout.
Huge emotional letdown.
So suddenly now the ball is back at about the 15-yard line, where it'll be the Patriots ball, and the timeout is called. We might as well keep it right here, just 27 seconds remaining. Folks, of course, as we've mentioned a few times tonight, we're in Samantha tonight for our Comcast Game of the Week. Next week, we're going on the road again. This time, we'll be following the Central Falcons as they travel to Hueytown. Take on the Golden Gophers, a key area matchup. Always a struggle when the Falcons go on the road to take on Hueytown, so that'll be interesting. Then the next week, and a time change on this game, Tuscaloosa County and Central will be playing on Friday, November the 8th in the afternoon, 1:30 p.m. Game has been moved to that time, but we'll still be there. Not going to stop us.
And what's the location of that, Al?
That's in the beautiful confines of Bryant-Denny Stadium. So if you can, come on out, watch the game, and then watch the replay on TV 20 the next week. Back to action here now. 27 seconds to go in the half. Smalley.
Fumble.
Gibbs straight ahead. Ball on the rug. Let's see who's got it.
Looks like Hastings got it back.
Hastings gets it back. Clock stopped now. 20 seconds remaining in the first half. American Christian apparently burns another timeout to stop the clock. Both teams now heading to the sidelines to talk it over with their coaching staffs. I'll tell you what, American Christian has been bottled up on several possessions here tonight. Most of their possessions, as a matter of fact, deep in their own territory. They've also had a couple of turnovers and then had a touchdown taken off the board after the penalty. It would be a huge lift for them, Jay, to get some points here late in the first half.
It sure would. They've moved the ball very well this drive, and to have those points taken off the board really hurts a team.
Hastings has done a good job. Joel Hastings, the tailback, who wears number 45, I've got him with 52 yards here in the first half, and he has been a workhorse for that American Christian attack. So here they go. They're going to try it again now with just 20 seconds to go in the first half. Ball is at about the 13-yard line. Number 21, Smalley, at quarterback. Pitches, catches, and he wants to throw. We've seen this a couple times tonight. He's looking for his quarterback, Smalley, and he's got it. And he is going to carry inside the 10, and importantly, he gets out of bounds.
Gets out of bounds. Very important.
That play was kind of slow to develop, but results are what count.
He looked to throw it, and the ball was kind of starting to slip out of his hand. He tried to re-grip it and throw it. Did the best he could. They're calling a timeout.
That's got to be the final timeout of the half for American Christian. I believe that is their third timeout. This clock is stopped with 12 seconds now remaining in the first half. as they are determined to get the ball in the end zone. Looks like it's resting down there at about the 4-yard line. So depending on the play, should it be an incompletion, should they throw it, they should have time to get off another play. It's going to be 3rd down down there, so kind of takes the running play out for American Christian, because if it doesn't work, time's going to run out.
I think they're gonna look to do something misdirection wise. See if they can get it in this play. I don't think I'd be surprised if they're playing for 2 plays, particularly the way that difficulty they've had throwing the ball. I think they're going to be looking to get it in on this particular play.
They're going for all the marbles right here, huh? All right, let's see what happens. They've marked it at the 4-yard line. That's where it's 3rd down. Smalley, the quarterback for ACA. Pitches. Oh, boy. Pitch to Hastings, and the clock is going to run out on them unless they can hurriedly get a play off here. No timeouts remaining. The officials are stopping the clock. Looks like they're going to get another play off.
Now they're saying
starts back rolling. Time runs out. Oh, my goodness, what a frustrating way to end the half. They pitched to Hastings. They gambled, Jay. They gambled on the play. They went with the run. Said, we're going to go with our strength and try to score. Northside up to the challenge, and we are at halftime. And it's been a good one, folks. We expected a lot from the offenses tonight, and they played well. But I tell you what, the defenses have dominated this football game, Jay, to this point. Let's take a break, folks. 6-0 your score. Northside on top. Stick with us. You're watching the Comcast Game of the Week.
Many leaders rose from citizen soldier to president. Washington, Lincoln, Truman, to name a few. Now, you don't have to be in the Guard to be president, but it doesn't hurt.
Call 1-800-GO-GUARD.
We are back, folks, from Samantha, Northside, and American Christian, getting ready to start the second half. Al Gunther, along with JD's and our engineer-producer Kevin Jones, the Rams of Northside, leading 6-0. They will get the ball first to start the second half.
Most importantly, it looks like the rain has stopped.
Short kick. Going to be hauled in at about the 25-yard line. Up to the 35-yard line goes Wayne Poe, about a 10-yard return, and that's where Northside will take over.
Northside had some offensive success in the first half, but it was early. As the first quarter wore on and during the second quarter, American Christian did an excellent job bottling up that Ram offense. When that Ram offense gets going, it can be a potent offense. They have scored some points this year for sure.
That is so true, Jay. They have a chance to strike quick. Bryce at quarterback. He is gone at QB throughout tonight for the Rams. 1st and 10 from the 35. Gibbs straight up the middle, and there's going to be first down yardage for the Rams. Big number 7, Jesse Sullivan.
Got an injured player on the field. Got the headgear locked on a headgear. Now they got it off. Got the two number 75s on each respective team got their headgears locked. One of them just took his helmet off. The other guy just laid down and waited for the headgears to become unlocked. Took a couple of minutes, but we're back in the
we're back ready for play
now.
That was Sullivan's first carry of the second half. He now has 2 carries for 21 yards tonight. 1st and 10 from the 48. Dunn on the carry straight up the middle, and now Northside having success running it right at American Christian.
That's right. American Christian has got to get some push from the defensive line. Got to get some push from Garrett Keith, number 72, and Mark Wilson, number 81. Those are the two guys they look to on the defensive side of the ball. Garrett Keith being a lineman, Mark Wilson, number 81, being a linebacker. There's 72 right in the middle of your screen on the defense.
On 2nd and short, the give to Sullivan. He'll have the first down and more, down to the 35-yard line. Northside on the move here, early moments of the second half.
I tell you, I would say if it isn't broke, don't fix it. I would keep going straight at them and make them force them to stop me before I tried anything different.
3 big running plays to start this second half. Northside on the march now at the ACA 35-yard line, 1st and 10. Just under 11 minutes to go, third quarter. On first down, Rice gets to Dunn. He's smacked in the backfield.
And that's Garrett Keith. That's who we've been talking about all game long. 72 for that defensive unit. He's got to come through with plays like that.
Got around his blocker and headed straight for the ball carrier, Dunn, and wrapped him up.
Nice play by Keith.
Brandon Dunn on that carry. He carried for 43 yards in the first half on 7 carries. Now give him 53 on the night with 2 carries here in the second half.
Benny Atkinson, defensive coach for the Patriots, likes to see that. He played at Alabama and likes that attacking defense.
On 2nd down and 12, Jesse Sullivan gets a couple of them back, and it'll be 3rd down for the Rams. Sullivan had a couple of good runs here to start this third quarter. Just 1 carry for 8 yards in the second half, but he now is up to 35 yards on the night with runs of 13, 12, and 2 here in the early moments of quarter number 3. So a big 3rd down for the Rams at the 37-yard line of American Christian. They show blitz. Rice under center, barking signals. Let's see what happens. Pitches. My goodness. Over the defender. Pitches to Sullivan. He fumbles the football. And the Patriots have recovered. Boy, they used 7 or 8 of their 9 lives on the pitch, Jay, and then none were left.
And that was Robbie Hart, number 56. He's the middle linebacker, getting the job done for the Patriots.
Heads up play. That pitch is what I'm still thinking about.
That's about life number 8, did you say, Al?
That's exactly right. My goodness. Scary pitch. Sullivan able to hang on to it, but then fumbled the football. We remind you, we've taken a lot of rain here tonight. It rained for most of the first half. It's let up now here in this third quarter, but the field still holding a pretty good bit of water. 1st and 10. Smalley pitching. to Hastings, trying to get off his block around that left side and still carrying tacklers up to the 44. That's a pretty good run for big number 45 Hastings.
Sure is. And I tell you, he looks bigger than he is. They say he only goes about 140 pounds. Looks like he may have injured his leg a little bit there. He is limping back to the huddle, and they can't afford to have him go out. He is accounted for, I'd say, probably 80 to 90% of that offense so far.
He carried 13 times for 52 yards in the first half, adding to that now here in this second half. Second down and about 3 for the Patriots.
There he is.
Gibbs to him straight up the middle. Boy, good running into Ram territory down to the 44.
Like a defensive player there, staying on him a few extra minutes, trying to take those legs away from Mr. Hastings.
Like a lot of good running backs, he seems to be getting stronger as the game goes on. The more carries he gets.
Well, that's what they say, is he starts off a little slow, and then as he sees those holes develop and sees what's happening out there, he has exceptional maturity and vision for a 9th grader.
Boy, for such a young kid, he plays like a veteran. First and 10 now from the Ram 36. The pitch to Hastings again. Got a block, but just one. There were 2 or 3 defenders there, and he will be pulled down to the 45. Clint Bird, big number 60, and Brian Smith, number 50. 2 of the guys there in on the tackle for Northside.
Brian Smith, number 50 on that defense, is one of their main players. He is the middle linebacker. Not a lot gets by him.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. Patriots in Ram territory, trying to get on the board. They've been shut out to this point. Here comes Ham on the reverse. Got a block. Cuts upfield and down to the 40-yard line goes Wes Ham for about 5 yards.
Northside much better than that 2-5 record. Like I said earlier, they have played a murderous schedule. Anytime you're a 3A school just coming up from 2A last year, 3A school, and you play Tuscaloosa County High, Holt, Gordo, Hillcrest, and Lamar. I tell you, that's a tough schedule.
That is
for
a brutal
anybody.
schedule. I tell you what, like you mentioned, the record's certainly not indicative of what a good football team they are. Third down, 5 yards to go for American Christian. Atchison comes out of the backfield. Smalley faking, looking downfield, and it's nearly picked off by Luke Hagler.
And Hagler
he had the cut on the ball that time, Jay. He had the cut.
Is down. He got stuck. He is slow to get up. Boy, he got hit, and that's the reason that ball hung up there for so long.
Number 21, Jonathan Smalley, was looking for Park Wilson, and he got stabbed pretty good.
If Hagler had gotten his hands a little more on that ball, he was gone. There was nothing between him and the goal line but 60 yards of dead ahead.
So here we go. They'll have to punt. The drive stalls again. And the ball will roll into the end zone. So Northside will bring it out to the 20-yard line. 7 minutes, 3 seconds remain in the third period. Northside hanging on to a 6-0 lead. The two defenses in this game have played extremely well as a cloud of smoke takes over the end zone area of the field here in Samantha. Earlier it was rain, now it's smoke. You never know what you're going to get from the Comcast Game of the Week, but we'll bring it to you live or on tape and in color.
Depending on your TV set.
That's exactly right.
It's filmed in color. It's up to you whether you get it that way.
That's right. So it's at the 20, and that is where Northside will get started. First and 10. 6-0 lead. They would love to have some more points on the board. On first down, DJ Taylor with the carry. Straight ahead. Now they're just going to try and get it out from the shadow of their end zone and get a little breathing room. That's what that play is designed to do.
And Taylor's had a good game. So far, he's had some impressive runs.
Yeah, he's had some good-looking carries. I've got him with 16 yards now on the night, and it's going to be second down. Call it about 6 for the Rams under the leadership of quarterback Clay Rice. Brandon Dunn now, the lone back. Luke Hagler up the lone wideout up to the right to give us to Dunn. He's got running room. Dunn into the secondary, and boy, when Dunn gets a rolling, he will take defenders with him, Jay.
Keeps those legs moving. That's very good to see. He runs very well. A lot of these guys that you'll notice some of the differences we were talking about earlier from this as opposed to 6A football, Central Falcons that we've been covering all year. You know, a lot of these players playing both ways. Another thing you see a lot of younger running backs, they run a lot of them straight up and down. They don't have the body lean that a more experienced or running back will have, but I like the lean I see on
Taylor this time. Just taking guys with him, got turned around and was running backwards for 3 or 4 yards. But a good-looking run for D.J. Taylor.
But Brandon Dunn, number 20, I like the body lean he gets when he runs the football.
Second and short, about 1 yard to go for the Rams. The ball at the 48-yard line there. Ball resting inside that Northside Ram logo, which is taking a beating from the rain tonight, but is still pretty much intact. Second and 1, 5:20 to go, third quarter. They give to Sullivan. He's going to have the first down on the second effort, and he will ramble into Patriot territory. Sullivan, 6 more yards, give him 41 on the night, and more importantly, a first down for Northside.
Northside known for that passing attack, but with the weather conditions being what they are, they have had to resort to the run, and they've done it very well.
And as well as their defense has played, they've got to be thinking if they can get one more in the end zone, their chances are going to look really good tonight for winning this football game. First and 10 now, 5 minutes left, third quarter. Northside on the march. Rice rolling to his left.
Got 3 blockers ahead of him.
The play, though, kind of falls back in on him, and he will be lucky to get a couple of yards.
He turned inside and probably should have followed those blockers a little more to the outside.
Give him 2 on the carry, brings up second down. Northside content to run the clock as long as they're moving the football on the ground, leading 6-0. That American Christian defense has put up a gallant effort tonight to hold Northside to just 1 score to this point, but the Rams trying to add to it. Rice, that same play, bottled up again and might get back to the line of scrimmage. Good containment.
Got to be impressed with the courage of Clay Rice, playing most of this year with a broken hand. Number 1 there for the Rams. He's played injured much of the year, just really starting to get back where he's healthy.
Willingham in on the tackle, number 41 that time for ACA. Third down now for Northside. Rice was knocked out of bounds on that last play, so the clock has stopped. 4:12 to go, third quarter. ACA showing blitz. They back out of it. They give to Dunn, straight up the middle. Dunn down to the 35.
Nice run.
He's going to be close to first down yardage. In fact, I think he's got it.
Brandon Dunn is a runner. He is a runner.
Piling up the yards. He had 43 in the first half, Jay. Now up for a total of 83 on the night, so he's got an excellent chance to break that 100 mark.
I tell you, I believe Brandon Dunn is the key to a Northside victory tonight. He seems to have the ability to pick the holes and get 4 to 8 yards a carry. And he can control the clock for those Rams.
He seems to be getting stronger as the game goes on. A lot of movement up front this time.
Everybody pointing fingers. Let's see which way it goes.
They'll call it against Northside, back them up 5. So that's a crucial penalty as the Rams starting to move the football into Patriot territory. This will back them up to just inside the ACA 40. First down now and 15 for Northside. Hagler, the lone wide receiver, up to the top of the screen on first down. Give to Sullivan, or rather to Taylor. Number 9, D.J. Taylor carries. Unable to break it. He'll have a couple. As As we approach the 3-minute mark, folks, of the third period, 6-0 your score. Northside on top of ACA.
Northside doing a good job chewing that clock up. ACA needs to make a big defensive play. Whether it's a big stop, whether it's a fumble, interception, they need a big play.
They give us to Dunn. Dunn following blockers, leaning on his blocker and carrying inside the 30. Well, that's just an excellent job of running.
Telling you, key to the game right there.
He sure is. He's now up to 90 yards on the evening, and he is just getting stronger as the game goes on. Short of the first down, however, Jay. Going to be close, though. Third down and just a couple for the Rams. Big play now for the American Christian defense.
Important play right here.
Taylor, the fullback. Sullivan, the tailback. Bryce keeping. He's going to have his first down and carry down to the 23-yard line. That was a design play. He was keeping all the way, and he's got the first down.
The strength of that Northside team is starting to show. A little bit bigger physically than the Patriots are.
Trying to wear down that Patriot defense. Now moving the football down to the 23-yard line. The Northside Rams with a 1st and 10, under 2 minutes remaining, third quarter. Rice again rolling. Got a couple blockers in front of him. Cuts it back inside, and it doesn't materialize. It looks like on several of those plays, Jay, there's been room to run, and then it seems to close down on him at the last moment, and he'll lose yardage.
Got some good closing speed on some of those linebackers for the Patriots. And they seem to get, or have in their first half, got real tough. Once the Rams got to the 20, it seemed like everything starts shutting down.
Like you mentioned earlier, they've bent a few times, but have only broken once. 6-0 Rams trying to add to that small lead with just over a minute to go in the third quarter. Rice now wanting to throw for the end zone, looking for Hagler.
Almost picked off.
Boy, nearly intercepted. A good effort down there, and it will fall incomplete. Donnie Rush with a nice play on defense for ACA. Hagler trying to make the spectacular grab.
And now talking to the official, trying to state his case for interference.
That's exactly right.
Not going to do him much good on that play, though. That was just good defensive play.
Third and about 9 to go for Northside. Big play again for the ACA defense. They keep rising to the occasion. They'll have to do it again. Clay Rice now under center on a big third down play. Rolling, keeping, in trouble. Big trouble.
Good defense.
And he's pulled down back at the 30. American Christian just seemed to know exactly what they were going to run that time.
That was Chris Carden.
Chris Carden, number 22, with a big tackle. Rice loses yardage, and it's fourth down for Northside.
Got a decision to make here. Northside defense has pitched a shutout so far, so no reason really not to go for it. And that's what the Rams will do.
Yes, they will. 4th and 16.
Top of the screen. Hagler.
Rice looking to throw. Has time. Going downfield. Got his man open to the 15. And it's hauled down to the 5-yard line. Robert Lemon, big number 30, rumbling and stumbling down to the 5.
They split Hagler out way to the right. Everybody looked at him. Rice turned, hit his other man.
Lemon with the 26-yard reception. It'll be 1st and goal for Northside. Boy, that's a huge play on 4th and 16. 4th and 16, a big play, and Northside has a chance to stick it in the end zone. Folks, we have played 3 quarters, and it has been a good one to this point. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back for the final 12 minutes. You are watching the Comcast Game of the Week.
is a monumental reminder. Check your breast. Get them checked. Lifetime applauds the fight against breast cancer.
We are back. The Rams marching toward another score, almost have kept the ball on the offensive side, driving down, took up the entire third quarter.
You're right, Jay. It seemed like Northside had the ball for that whole quarter and just running the football, running the clock.
Right.
But the one pass play, a 26-yarder on 4th down to Lemon, has them in scoring position now. 1st and goal at the 5.
Goal line defense in place.
So here we go to start the 4th quarter. Rice giving straight up the middle.
That's
DJ Taylor, not much there. Doesn't have far to go, however.
And in comes Brandon Dunn, number 20. If you're going to give it to the man who's had the most success, then you got to look for number 20 to get the ball here. See if American Christian can hold him.
Let's see what they do on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Dunn, and he is in. Touchdown, Rams.
Brandon Dunn.
A 3-yard scamper for Brandon Dunn, and that makes it 12-0 with 11 minutes and 20 seconds to go in this one. That's a big score, Jay, for the Rams. We had a difference of just 1 score to this point, and now 2 is going to make it awfully tough on that American Christian attack. There is time, however, 11:20 left in this one.
Obviously, the Rams will go for 2 here, having missed their first extra point.
Here we go.
Spread out. Man in motion.
Hagler in motion. Rice rolling, looking for Hagler, and he's got him. It's caught. 2-point conversion good, and it's 14-0. Boy, a shoestring grab by Hagler down there in the corner of that end zone. He's the weapon we've been talking about all night, and he comes through there.
Rams starting to pull away with a lot of strength. That was a very impressive drive. Probably one of the better drives they've had all year.
That was a good-looking drive. The running game and also mixed in the passing game with the big 26-yard throw to Robert Lemon.
I'll tell you, Coach Dever says he enjoys working with a smaller club, 25 players dressed out. He says you can really get to know each and every one of your players inside and out, as opposed to a coach that has 100 kids. He's got 25. He knows what's going on.
Yeah, you learn your players' strengths. You get to know them inside and out, what a guy can do, what he can't do. And you really can give him a little more individual coaching as well when the numbers are down like that. And it's shown here tonight, this Northside team has really played well.
Both these coaches say that with a smaller club, you can have a real impact on the lives of your players.
And that's what it's all about when it gets right down to it. Rice kicks, a short kick, going to be hauled in at about the 30-yard line. Big number 56 going the wrong way there for a minute. That's Robbie Hart, who is also the center on this team, but he did turn it upfield finally for a 3 or 4 yard gain.
Hey, when you don't get the glamour of getting to run the ball, and then one of them comes to you, you like to string it out as long as you can.
Run it for as long as you can, side to side.
Now this puts the Patriots in a uncomfortable situation. They're not a come from behind type of football team. They're a ball control type of ball club. So this is a difficult situation for them.
They're going to need 2 scores and some good defense. Here is a carry right up the middle for about 4 or 5 yards.
Good play fake there. Actually, it wasn't a play fake. I handed it off.
Hastings
carried out the option.
He gets about 5 more yards, up to 74 now for the night for Joel Hastings.
And he's one of those guys, coaches say, and he has his game, and you figure, oh, he probably had, 40, 50 yards, and you look down and see he had 110 or 87.
He piles them up 4 or 5 at a time. Smalley in trouble, going to run for his life, and looks like he's going to have the first down up across the 40-yard line.
Looks like he's limping there pretty bad.
With the pressure, he really didn't have any choice but to tuck it and run, and a good job by Jonathan Smalley to get the first down. Clock running, 10:15 left in the game. Northside on top of American Christian, 14-0. They led 6-0 at the half. Moments ago, added a touchdown and two-point conversion.
They've had success with this play in the past.
Flag down as Hastings carries up close to midfield. Hold on, let's see what it is. Hastings carrying for about 8 yards, but there is a flag on the play.
Looks like it's maybe holding. American Christian already walking back, so you know it's against them.
You called it, Jay. It is holding against American Christian. That's a huge blow. It's going to back them all the way up to the 31-yard line and nullify another good run from
Seems
Hastings.
like every time they get something going, it gets called back. Penalties have killed the Patriots tonight. Not necessarily the number of penalties, but when those penalties have come, have been in crucial times.
So now it's first down, way back at the 31. Smalley throwing downfield. It's going to fall incomplete. He threw behind his intended receiver.
Had his man wide open.
He was looking for Jared Junkin, number 26, and missed him. So it'll be 2nd and 20, Jay.
What you were talking about earlier, Al, about the character building of these young players being important. Coach Hooks of ACA said his philosophy, of course, he's a pastor of a local church in Tuscaloosa. He said he teaches his kids that there's more to life than football, but that football is a great teacher for life and instilling the values of, working together, never giving up, and giving it your all. And his players are giving it their all.
Boy, you can tell that. They have gone all out tonight. A good effort on both sides of the football. Smalley throws. That looked like that ball kind of slipped out of his hands, and it was nearly intercepted. Boy, I tell you what, Wesley Pugh, big number 40's eyes must have gotten as big as baseballs as he was looking for that one.
Smalley took another hit, and I tell you, you can't take too many hits like that, and he's taken his share tonight. I've seen him hit directly in the elbow, hitting the ribs, in the shin, and now I think they're going to give him a little bit of relief as he jogs off the field very, very slowly.
Wes Ham will come back in to play quarterback. Remember, folks, he started the game at QB for ACA, and he is now back in there relieving Smalley, who, beaten and battered, walks off to the sideline. There's a fumbled football as he tried to give to Hastings, who never could get a good handle on it. Not a very good exchange from Ham to Hastings, and it winds up on the grass, but it looks like the Patriots have recovered. I think Hastings got back on top of it.
Yeah, that's what the ref's saying.
Patriots fortunate to get it back, but unfortunate that it is now 4th and long, and with just over 9 minutes left in this game, they're going to have to punt it away.
Low snap.
Gets it out of there. It's going to bounce.
Good bounce, especially on a wet field.
Hagler and Sullivan wisely letting that ball roll with a 14-point lead, and a wet field like it is, wise just to let that ball roll dead and take over at your own 32. 8:49 to go in this one, Jay. We've had a good time out here in Samantha tonight. A reminder, folks, next week, as we mentioned earlier, we'll be traveling to Hueytown to see the Central Falcons take on the Hueytown Golden Gophers in a huge area game. Looking forward to that trip. And then, of course, on November 8th, we'll be at Bryant-Denny Stadium for the big rivalry between the Falcons of Central and Tuscaloosa County High. Remember, folks, that's a 1:30 kickoff on Friday afternoon, November the 8th. 1st and 10, Northside from the 31. Rambling ahead, 5 or 6 yard gain.
I'll tell you, the Rams, known for the run and shoot, have shelved that tonight in lieu of the wet field, have gone with the straight power, and it has worked.
Especially in this second half, they've been real content to just line up man-to-man and try to blow ACA off the line of scrimmage, and for the most part have done a good job of that. Now with a 14-point lead, I don't expect anything different because it's working good.
I'll tell you, Coach Devers has done an excellent job this year. He's been in coaching first as a head coach. It was a long time coming and well-deserved.
He's done a fine job here tonight. Nothing fancy. A give straight up the middle on second down.
One thing Coach Devers was real pleased with, he said, is the support that he's got here at Northside. The stands are full even on a night like this. And he said it's that way at every game, even when they go on the road on those trips of less than an hour. He said the opposing side, which is the north side, stands will be just as full as the home team on those road games.
Well, they really make it a fun event out here, Jay. Cooking the barbecue and hot dogs, and everybody's been so cordial and nice to us, and they really make it an event that revolves around football. Here's a pass deep downfield.
What a catch!
What a grab! There's that man again, Robert Lemon, his second catch of the night.
Stretched out and got it. Big time play there.
25-yard reception for Lemon. Remember, he had that 26-yarder that led to an eventual touchdown early on in this quarter. My goodness, what a catch. Diving grab. So now, good field position for the Rams at the Patriot 40.
They're not content with 14. They're fumble.
Loose football. I think Parks got it for ACA.
He absolutely stripped the ball.
Park Wilson just took that ball away from DJ Taylor, Jay.
We talked earlier about the Patriots needing the big defensive play to stop those long drives. They didn't get it on the last drive. The Rams scored. This time, they got it. Wilson stood up Taylor and proceeded to take the ball from him.
Some of that strength you talked about earlier, Jay. Right. I mean, he just wrestled that ball right out of his hands.
So the Patriots take over. They've got to make something happen. They can't 3 and 4 yard it at a time at this point.
Time is becoming a factor. 6:59 left. Remember, they need to score twice.
They've had success with that quick pitch out.
Smalley, there he is back in the game, looking for Park Wilson, and he's got it. And into Northside territory. When that ball was thrown, he was not even looking at the football. Turned around, and there it was.
Well, I'll tell you, he was wide open. You don't get a chance to rest on these smaller clubs. It's not like Park Wilson could strip the ball on defense, go over and get the handshakes of his teammates. He turns right around and makes the catch on offense on the very next play.
And a 20-yard reception from Jonathan Smalley. So that'll help. Down to the 45-yard line. Smalley this time carrying. And rambling down to the 40. The ball pops out of there. And it looks like Northside has recovered. Let's see, was he down before the fumble?
ACA says he was down, very close.
Northside says he wasn't. ACA says he was. Looks like they're going to leave the ball in possession with the Patriots.
And that pass over the middle to Park Wilson that we saw just a play ago, you've got to give credit to offensive guru Arthur Andrews, who is right beside us up here in the press box. He has been calling for that play. Says it's wide open every time they want to run it.
Boy, he was exactly right, and they worked it to perfection.
Don't be surprised if they come back to it. Oh,
Smalley fumbles in the backfield. Fortunate enough to have it bounce back up into his hands as he was falling down.
Well, we've seen a number of fumbles.
Well, I tell you what, he will be seeing DJ Taylor in his sleep. I mean to tell you, he got some pressure that time. Did he snap the ball to Smalley?
But
goodness.
He gets right back up.
No time to relax. The clock running with 5:40 left. Northside on top, 14-0 over American Christian. Now a big third down. Third and about 12 yards to go at the Ram 47. Smalley dropping, has time. Looking for Park Wilson again and overshoots him. It falls incomplete.
Smalley has not had a good night throwing the ball. Most of the times he's been hurried. Hasn't had the time to set up and get away a proper throw.
I think they have no choice but to go for it, Jay, on fourth down with only 5:21 left and needing 2 scores. They'll have to line up and go for it on fourth down. Luke Hagler, number 22, is playing deep now for Northside. Make sure they don't let anything big get away. Smalley brings him up. Let's see what the Patriots have up their sleeve for this fourth down play. to throw. He's in all kinds of trouble, and he takes off running, looking for a block. And going to be wrapped up for about a 1-yard gain. The tackle made by number 55, Daniel Smith. Boy, he really wrapped him up.
Big hit. You could hear it all the way up here.
So Northside will take over on downs at their own 46. Jay, you got to think now they're going to be content to continue just running the football and try to run a little clock, leading 14-0. They don't want to try anything fancy here and give up an easy score to the Patriots. Clay Rice at quarterback. He has gone the distance, really done a fine job of running this offense. Little confusion there now, and he will burn a timeout. We'll take one as well. 5:10 left. 14-0 Rams. Stay with us on the Comcast Game of the Week.
In business, as with everything else, it's important to be the best. That means positioning yourself head and shoulders above the competition with the marketing plan to meet the demands of your business. Comcast Advertising can do it. With 9 popular networks and all the magic of television, we can help build your business too, because after all, winning is everything. Get sold on cable. It just makes sense.
We're back in Samantha trying to catch plastic footballs here at the old ballpark. Boy, some good arms on some of those Northside cheerleaders. They may have a career in this game. Here we go. Brandon Dunn carries as the clock begins running again. 5:05 left.
This is a time where Coach Devers will tell his team, whatever you do, get both hands around that football when you carry it. Don't fumble.
Jay, as time starts to wind down in this one, start tallying up your votes for the Comcast Game of the Week player of the game.
Well, I've already got my player of the game. I've been calling his name for about a quarter and a half here. I got number 20, Brandon Dunn.
Well, I think you're not going to have any argument from me. Hagler now on the reception, carrying down to the 42-yard line. Boy, they really fooled him there. Good throw and catch from Rice to Hagler.
Referee missed a face mask there at the end of that play.
Hagler down to about the 38-yard line.
I tell you, for Coach Devers, that is conservative.
That's exactly right.
That's running out the clock for him. The short pass.
The short pass. Indeed. 1st and 10 now. Closing in on 4 minutes. Rice looking to throw again. Downfield, Lemon again. His 3rd catch of the night, all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Oh, and looks like at the very end of that play, he took a lick.
Robert Lemon, number 30, his 3rd reception on the evening, and he pops up out of there. Back to the huddle he goes. A 16-yard reception for Lemon. He now has 3 catches for 67 yards. What a great job.
Last year, ACA, the winner of this game, 20-6. Revenge factor in effect for Northside.
Rice saw a man open out in the flat and made the quick pitch. Complete. Flag down. Little extra activity on that far sideline, and flags are flying everywhere.
I tell you what, the Patriot defender ball went right through his hands. If he could have gotten that one, he would have been gone, and this game would have turned around in a heartbeat. Went right through his hands. The Northside receiver caught it.
Jay, I think Clay Rice went with a quick snap there. He saw Jody Swindle uncovered over there, quickly snapped it and threw it. Like you mentioned, it went right through the defender's hands into Swindle's hands.
I might be wrong here, but I think the Northside player was actually guilty of a face mask with his stiff arm, that he had face masked the defender, which led to the altercation where the defender then took a cheap shot at the Northside player. So I'm not sure what's going to happen
Hank
here.
Atchison was the defender, number 10. They're trying to sort it out now, and it looks like they're going to back Northside up to the 27-yard line. Face mask the call against Northside.
Let's see what this other call is.
Yeah, there were flags thrown from the altercation on the sideline. Let's see if there's a mark off from that as well. I believe there will be. And that's exactly what they're going to do, is now mark that penalty off back in Northside's favor. So the ball's going to wind up Oh, about the 14-yard line. Personal foul the call against American Christian.
Nobody being ejected.
So at any rate, it's 1st and 10 for the Rams.
Rams marching in.
Bryce rolling.
Got some room.
Looking. Still rolling. Inside the 10, down to about the 6-yard line goes Clay Rice. Good run.
Rice has done a good job tonight leading this team. We might have a flag down. The refs are meeting about something. Yeah, there's the flag. Flag on the far side.
Northside players backing up. Looks like it's going to go against them. Meeting of the minds at about the 7-yard line. The officials trying to get it sorted out. Still awaiting the signal.
What is he calling there, Al? Is that unsportsmanlike? What's he doing?
I believe it is.
Looked like he was dancing there for a second.
Like he was about to go into the Macarena there for a moment.
He did seem to enjoy doing that arm flap there, didn't he?
Unsportsmanlike conduct. You're right. The call against Northside.
Gonna back him up. And I tell you, the Patriots glad to see this one.
Boy, that's a big break for the Pats. It's going to back it up to the 23-yard line. And now Northside, amidst the confusion,
and the officials having a talk, and I think he's going to have a talk with both sides, telling them that they've got to calm down.
I think this timeout called by Northside was to get a little explanation from the officials.
Gotten a little bit out of hand with face mask and sportsmanlike conduct. And there we've got a butterfly attacking the, that was a moth is.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, the call against the moth.
Oh, that was a moth as big as baby shoes there.
That's exactly right. The runway for that sucker to land around here somewhere. 3:36 left in this one.
But I tell you this, now both teams come back out. They're really going to be fired up now because...
Man, these two teams have left it on the field tonight, Jay. Of course, a lot of players playing on both sides. A closely contested, tight-fought ball game. Both teams just, neither one of them wants to lose this one, of course. Northside up 14-0.
I'll tell you, these coaches, you know, they wear so many hats. You got to give credit on the Northside side of the ball. Assistant coaches, Les Sanders, Tommy Honeycutt, Larry Mims, Alan Bracken, David Green, Bill Rice, doing their job on the north side.
It's first down now. Rice looking for Hagler over the middle.
Sandwich.
He was popped by big number 10 Atchison again.
And the players still jawing at each other.
Hank Atchison really put a pop on Hagler, who really had no chance of catching that football.
Well, it's become personal here in these last 4 or 5 plays.
It really has. They're really going after it hard out there.
Everybody looking to get a shot in somewhere.
Second down now at the 23 for the Rams. Rice gives the done on the little delay. He's got running room down to the 10-yard line and carrying tacklers ahead for about 12 more yards. No doubt about it, he is going to be our Comcast Game of the Week player of the game. Number 20, Brandon Dunn. Now up to 107 yards on the night, Jay.
What's that clock looking like? You got a better view than I do from
yes,
the press
I do.
box.
It sits at 3 minutes, and it is running. So the Rams really in good shape. If they score again, that's fine, but more importantly, they want to run the clock out. Taking their time, coming out of the huddle from the 11-yard line. As I nearly lose my headsets out the window of the press box. Rice going to keep on the quarterback draw.
Got the room.
Rice
cuts
now cuts outside, stretching for the end zone. He's in. 6 points for the Rams. Quarterback Clay Rice with an 11-yard scamper to pay dirt.
And that's going to top this one off.
It's all over but the moth landings now, Jay. I'll tell you what, Northside has widened the gap to 20-0. 2:34 left in this game.
And here you see Clay Rice putting on actually what that is a strap that goes around the foot for straight-on kickers, which are a dying breed in this day and age. Almost everybody going to the soccer style, but what that strap does is curls the toe toward the leg, keeps that foot in the correct position to get the kickoff. Good hold.
Hagler got the hold down nicely, and Rice puts it through the uprights. Good job, good execution. 2:34 left. The Northside Rams have jumped out to a 21-0 lead in this one. American Christian now really not going to have much of a chance to get back in this game. That was a heck of a drive. Heck of a drive that time. A good run by quarterback Clay Rice.
And always good to get the practice in on the extra point kick like that.
That's exactly right. Put it through with the help of that special shoe. So with 2:34 left, the Rams now will kick it away to American Christian. Really a closer game than the score is going to indicate.
That's true.
6-0 at the half was our score. Northside came out in the second half, and the third quarter especially, intent on running the football. You're exactly right. They did that. They've also mixed in some passes and have really controlled the second half, leading to 2 scores and a 21-0 lead. Clay Rice to kick off.
The shoe stays on. Actually, the strap stays on.
The strap.
Should get a high kick with that strap, but no, he just squibs it.
Squibs it right down the middle. ACA jumps on it at about the 29, where they will take over with one last gasp to try to get it in the end zone.
And also want to give credit, even though they've come up on the short end tonight, to the American Christian coaching staff and their players. Steve Ford, Arthur Andrews, Benny Atkinson doing a good job with a very young American Christian Academy Patriot team.
Done a fine job. Had bad field position early in the game, had a couple turnovers that hurt them.
And a touchdown that was called back that could very well have changed the whole complexity of the game.
Joel Hastings, also the tailback who wears number 45, has done a really fine job tonight. But it simply hasn't been enough.
Hastings still limping, but he's tough. He doesn't want to come out, but it may be the best thing for him, because there is a lot of season left to play. No sense in getting hurt, because this one is pretty much over.
Flag down on the play as the clock stops with 1 minute and 56 seconds left. Officials back him up 5 yards for illegal motion, so American Christian's frustrations continue.
It's a good word there, Al. All in all, a frustrating night.
Indeed, it has been. They've played their hearts out, but it just simply hasn't been enough. Hastings leaving the ball game, limping over on that sideline. He has given a gallant effort tonight, carrying for 76 yards to this point.
Well, we've seen trick plays from ACA in the way of halfback passes and whatnot. Looks like now they're just
nothing fancy there, just giving straight up the middle now, and the clock continues to run.
Now they stop it with a timeout.
That was Willingham, number 41 on the carry. Timeout on the field, 1 minute and 22 seconds remaining. Comcast Game of the Week, I'm Alan Gunther, along with Jay Dees and our engineer-producer, Kevin Jones, who's done an excellent job for us tonight, fighting the elements to videotape our game. Let's give another thank you to a couple of ladies we mentioned earlier that provided us with all the good eating here tonight. Frances Wright and Danette Honeycutt. Well, I tell you what, I'm not going to need to eat a thing for a couple of days. They really stuffed us good with some cold-cut sandwiches and homemade cookies and pickles and olives and ice-cold Pepsi. And where's that plate, Jay? I might go get me another helping while you can take over for me for a little bit.
The way to a sportscaster's heart.
Works every time. We have fallen into that trap in so many high school stadiums around the area this year, and we hope to continue doing that. Smalley now carrying on the keeper. He fumbles the football. Looks like ACA is going to get it back. Jonathan Smalley had room to run, but he coughed it up.
Nice run there by Smalley. Change direction, just got to hold onto the ball. Running the hurry-up offense.
1 minute left. Smalley running again, pitching to Atchison, and it'll roll out of bounds. Clock will stop with 55 seconds left.
Smalley gallant, but he has taken a beating tonight. And look, he is off balance, boy.
That was a dangerous pitch. He hobbles off the field.
He looks like he's a little bit woozy there.
Looks like Wes Ham's going to come back in at quarterback for another stint at running the team. He was the starter. 53 seconds remain. We have another timeout on the field. Why don't we take another break as well? 21-0. It's been all Northside. They lead it, and we'll be back on the Comcast Game of the Week.
It's cool having the athletes hang out here at Sports Center. Even the old-timers show up, which can be interesting.
In the old days, we had respect for some. Yeah, Bobby Hall hit me one time right here. You're not listening. They have the advantage because they can put you in a corner here like this. The follow-through's like this. When the puck dropped, I hit him here. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? It was a respectful game when we played it. See, Mommy. Mommy. Okay.
There he is, folks, our Comcast player of the game, number 20 for the Northside Rams, Brandon Dunn. Boy, he has done a great job running the ball tonight, carrying for 107 yards. Our Comcast Game of the Week player of the game. Good job, Brandon. Thanks for having such a fine showing here tonight on our Game of the Week. Back to action, 47 seconds left.
Northside just to run the ball, run the clock out. Got a new quarterback in.
They just soaked the coach, as our engineer producer Kevin Jones pointed out. Northside having a good old time on the sidelines. The old trick, the big bucket full of ice water. Nothing better to get the old pulse running late in a football game. It's funny how everybody, the fans and players, always love that. The coaches never really think it's that funny. 10 seconds left in this one. The Northside Rams are going to get a victory tonight here at home. Look at there. Now they're throwing Kool-Aid and Gatorade and any kind of liquid items they can find on the players. That's it, folks. Time has expired on the American Christian Patriots. The Northside Rams win it 21-0. Stay with us. We'll wrap it up in just a moment on the Comcast Game of the Week. There you see both teams huddling in good sportsmanship at midfield to talk this thing over. Your final tonight, Northside 21, American Christian nothing. Boy, a fine job by both teams, really playing their hearts out. We'll give a few stats quickly before we wrap this thing up. First for American Christian, good job tonight by running back Joel Hastings, carrying 19 times for 76 yards. And Jonathan Smalley, the quarterback, carries 6 times for 37 yards. Looking on the other side of the ball to Northside, our Comcast player of the game for the Game of the Week, number 20, Brandon Dunn, 15, carries 107 yards. Also, DJ Taylor carries 7 times for 36 yards. Another notable stat, Robert Lemon, 3 receptions for 67 yards. Good game. Northside improves to 3-5. ACA falls to 3-5. Jay, 2 teams that really and truly left it on the field out there this evening.
They sure did, gave it all they had, and I think the thing that I was most impressed with was that Northside showed that not only does it have an exceptional passing game, but also when the passing game is not working or when the weather doesn't permit it, they can put it on the ground and make it go.
That's exactly right, Jay. It's been a fine time working with you tonight. Thanks to all the people out here in Samantha that made us feel so welcome here at Northside High School this evening. Remember, next week we're traveling to Golden Gopher Land to see the Central Falcons take on Hueytown in a key 6A area matchup. grab that one here on the tube on old TV 20. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Folks, for Kevin Jones, our engineer producer, for our color commentator, Jay Dees, I'm Al Gunther. Thanks a lot for watching the Comcast Game of the Week.